Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second SMT and Friends podcast. I'm here with my co-hosts, Gabbmew. I also have Kuro from the Midnight Channel, and we have a special guest today, Slime, the trophy hunter, and me, of course, Rising Oblivion. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Doing good, thank you.
I'm doing good as well. Hello, my name is Lucky Slime or Slime. I am mainly known for writing trophy guides. I'm a massive Mugabe Tensei fan, and my most recent guide was on Monarch, and my next guide will be on a special game that comes out in August. That you can probably already guess what it's going to be.
Ooh. Well, that leads us into the first topics, which are going to be all about Soul Hackers 2, because we got so many trailers in the past month for all the different characters. So let me know what you guys thought of them.
I thought the trailers were pretty good. I like the character trailers that they do like every few weeks to months. I think they give us like a good insight on the characters, and they're not too long, like 2 minutes ish long. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I like them all except for the last one that they showed, the Ion trailer. It's really short. Like, it really didn't show anything, so I was just like, maybe just a little bit of information would have been cool. Especially over here on the East Coast, where we had to stay up late for them. We're like, kind of like, it's like almost at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock when they show up. So I'm like, I'm really... What was that?
I'm kind of lucky living in Australia, since they're basically at the exact same time as they are in Japan, which is like 6 p.m. usually, 7 p.m. So it's not too bad. But yeah.
Yeah, that ain't too bad. We also have would we have volume 2 and 3 come out since we last did a podcast? Was volume 1 already out for the Summoner's Guide thing? I think volume 1 was already out, but
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think volume 2 and 3 we've had. I like those. Those typically give us a decent chunk of information about the game. Like when they did the whole overhaul of doing like summoning demons and whatnot and the customization stuff. I always like seeing those trailers because at least we get to know a little bit more about like what the game's mechanics are, because I think that's what people have been questioning a lot when it comes to this game, if it's more like Persona or like a normal SMT game or its own thing. And I think it's personally pretty good. I like the art style and everything for it too.
Did any of the characters stand out to you guys? Like, for me personally, Saizo is like, even from just his appearance, I was like, he's my favorite. I love the shark teeth, the outfit. I love the Tommy gun weapon.
I love Saizo. I have a feeling he's gonna be like one of the characters that betrays the like team or whatever.
Oh, I can see that.
I thought Milady would be the one.
The Akechi of the group.
The Akechi.
Well, like Milady's part of the team that kills Saizo, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
I always thought it'd be her who would be going against it. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know, Saizo's a little... he's a little cringy for me, but I do like the Tommy gun a lot.
I like them all.
It's like on, kind of.
I really like all the character designs. Like, all of them have like their own distinct personalities, and they look very different. Arrow is like the first one they show up, which... He looks like... He looks like Ryuji.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah, you're right. There isn't really any bad character designs either. Even with like the shop guy, like who's the shop? He's like at the fair or whatever. It's like a fair is where you.
Oh, that's for the fusions. Demons. Yeah, it's like a circus or something.
Which is so interesting and cool, but strange.
Yeah,
I like the design of that.
Yeah, the character design is pretty cool. I know some people are complaining that they think it's like too anime, but I'm like, I'm here for that.
I think it looks fun. I like the designs of the characters and the design of like the UI and stuff. I really like that as well.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I think, like, even you can tell if like they actually put their whole like sweat and tears into a game. If like even background characters. Like shop characters and stuff like that are designed pretty well, and I think they did a pretty good job so far. I gotta say, it's one of the most games, like in terms of like what we've seen this year, that I'm excited for. I don't think there's a whole lot that I've been super excited for. Like Elden Ring's already passed, like other games are already done, but like anything else for the rest of the year, like Soul Hackers 2 is really kind of the only thing that's on my radar so far, I guess.
100%, I agree.
The only thing nobody here has mentioned yet is the fact that you can play as the little owl character that we see in the game in the last trailer that was launched.
Oh yeah, the owl character. I didn't even realize I was too busy memeing it, the fucking screenshots on. We don't even like think of that. But yeah, it's cool. I like the owl character. Kind of glad you can play as them.
Gives them more of a purpose than just being like a mascot character, I guess, which is what I like.
Yeah.
I think his name's Figu or something like that.
Thought Figu was the girl,
girl.
pink girl.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
Like-
she transform into the owl thing though? I don't know. I could be wrong.
Does she?
Does she?
does she? Maybe I'm not too sure.
Maybe I'm just
what?
making all this up. Maybe I'm just making all this up. It's a troll.
I know that her name is at least that. I don't know.
I don't know.
the name.
Maybe it is. I never seen that, but I don't really. I'm not a fan of mascot characters unless they're like actually like they do stuff in the game or in the story. If they're just there to be mascots, I don't really like that too much.
Yeah, especially for Mega 10. Maybe that's just Persona that's scarred us with Teddy and Morgana.
Yeah, with every game.
It's
Yeah.
just-
P3 ain't too bad, but 3 and 4, not so good. But
They
Who knows,
milk those
maybe-
characters fire.
that's true. Hey, maybe it'll be a good mascot. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe they'll change our mind. I hope they do. That'd be the best thing, but who knows? We'll have to wait and
The last
see.
thing I will say about it is the more I see about this game, the more I'm getting hyped up for it. It looks good. It looks like a fun game, and I think it's something that I'm gonna like. So I hope I'm right in that sense, because
Yeah.
after SMTV, I don't really want another like mid game, like mid in my opinion, game from them. I want to see them, make something really cool again that reminds me like why I love Mega 10, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
I
see where
gotta
you're coming from. I think SMT5 was just focused on like I think they had to focus. It had like the focus of like looking as good as it can. Which, by the way, why would you do it on the Switch if that's the case? And then
Yeah.
and then the other thing is like it was like I think just the focus was in the wrong place because I think on its core SMT5 was still a good game. It was just like it was like lacking like story details and the lore was all fucked up. Like I feel like there's so much stuff around it that was kind of not good. But already I think Soul Hackers is gonna be better than SMT5. Like you can tell by like the amount of story we have seen already. I feel like it's more depth than the other game.
They
Yeah.
probably already spoiled like half the game and all the trailers, so yeah.
True.
Yeah, we already know who certain characters already killed certain other
Yeah.
characters before. Like, we already know stuff about that before we're even into the game yet. Now that I think about it, they really have told us a lot already.
Yeah, it's like
Typical.
way more than they have built way more. Like there's like all these factions too that they have showcased the factions a lot. And they're like super different and they do different things and everything. Like they're already showing so much more than SMT5 has in like all the trailers. And now looking like in retrospective, that should have been like a red flag sign that that in the all the trailers that they were showing, they weren't really showing much of like the core element of the game or anything. But this one, they're always doing. They do like the daily trailers too, which we haven't even talked about. And they do these character trailers, and I feel confident on this game. But who knows? I'm very optimistic about it though.
Yeah, I gotta say the same. I think, SMT5 could have just been like them just having not a good direction and them just knowing they need to make another SMT game. But like, I think Soul Hackers, at least because it's Studio Zero, right? That's making this one. I'm pretty sure within that list. So like, maybe they're a little more personal with this one. So maybe that's why we sort of notice all the small things that make it more interesting than SMT5. I think that's a lot to do with it, which, like you guys are saying, I'm hyped for it as well. Hopefully they just don't show too much, because we still have months to go until August, so...
Yeah, they'll show that one trailer like a week before the game comes out that just spoils literally everything.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I think now is a good time to move over into the next topics, which are all going to be 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim based. And we're going to start that off with the fact that it sold 27k copies in Japan. So, what do you guys think about that?
I think it's good.
I think it's pretty good, especially for like a port that's being sold at full price. Like I think a year or so after the original came out, so I think it's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good number. I know it's not like super big or anything based for a lot of people, but I think it's a pretty good number. At least they made their money back from like that switchboard, and we got it in the West too. So
Yeah, I think the numbers are pretty good, especially since it's only Japan. And to compare it to something else, like the new Neptunia game, that only sold like 15k, and then this sold 27k. So I'd say it's a pretty good number, and that's only Japan as well. So yeah.
Do we know how it sold in the West at all?
no,
Are those numbers out?
don't think
No?
they
That's
didn't
what
talk
I'm curious
that.
about. They're like, dude, don't show that.
Don't
show
ask that.
It's like 4K. Don't show that shit. We don't want them to know.
Yeah, I wanted to buy another one, but they didn't do a physical release for this one, did they? Yeah.
Oh yeah, my copy of the game. So I bought the game, I think like months prior, like pre-bought it from VGP. Now this wasn't their fault, but the game got there like a month later. Whatever, I paid for the cheap shipping. That's on me. But the thing about it was factory sealed, and at the same time when I opened it, the case was broken. But shouts out to VGP for pulling through and straight up just sending me a replacement case. They didn't have to do that, but I feel like that was really nice of them, so that was really cool.
VGP are the goods.
Oh, nice. So they sent you a whole case, like with the cover and everything, or just like a PlayStation case?
It was like
Sorry, a Switch
a brand new
case.
Switch case.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
brand new Switch case.
Oh,
That's
hell
good.
yeah.
Nice.
Good.
Nice. Good on them. Not like GameStop will ever do anything like that.
Right? I mean, especially as a collector, right? It's nice to have the case. Like, even if you played it a million times, just as like a collector, that would suck if it was broken the whole time.
Well, see, I like to also take photos and like do creative stuff with my games, so it was really important to me that I, get it fixed, get a new case, something along those lines.
Hey, you could take pictures of a broken case, Just
Yeah.
be avant-garde with it, Be like, I did it intentionally.
It'll be a fun story to tell later on. Well, you see, I ordered this game and it took like a month to get here. And the other broken.
I ordered this game, I rage quit and smashed it into a million pieces. You can just lie about it,
I guess the other cool thing I could mention about it was I made a cool video about the references in it, and it did super well, so that was cool too. If you like 13 Sentinels and want to know the references, I also made a video about that.
Yeah,
I was
a
gonna
great
watch
video.
it, but I haven't played it.
You haven't
It's a
played
great
it yet,
video.
so you can't
Yeah.
watch it. Damn it. That's
Yeah.
fine.
It was a great video. I really liked it. There was a lot of references that I knew of it, but there were some that you did, especially like very deep in Japanese culture from like the 60s, 70s, 80s. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Because some stuff, it was a reference to a reference, which is what kind of crazy. And I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. It was a great video. How long did it take you to do? Like a while, right? A few months?
It was like a month-long project where I would like periodically sometimes take day breaks from it, but yeah, so I watched most of it. Watched, read, or consumed most of the media in the project, so I would know exactly what I'm talking about, and I could compare things, like if there was things like in Short Circuit where Stephanie talks about how the robot has a brain inside it, and then how Natsuno does the same thing. Just to find like quirky little things like that that might not be a reference, but also could be.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have you played it? Because I know you've played it a couple times.
That was twice.
Oh, twice?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I played it twice. I played it the first time when I got it. I replayed it. There's a mode once you finish the game where you unlock additional levels for the gameplay, just like the RTS part of it. And I played a ton of that. I was super obsessed with the gameplay for a minute. It's not super good, but it's really interesting. And I actually love, like, I love being overpowered in that game. Because you can do some crazy stuff. You can do it so hard that the entire game just, like, glitches and, like... There's this big attack that it shoots missiles all over the map. Like, the entire map. And I will do, like, there's like 2 or 3 characters that do that attack. So I will have all 3 of them, and I will do it at the same time. I'll just have them boom, 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 and I'll just like destroy the entire city. I don't know. I enjoyed my time with that. And then I played it the second time when I got the Switch version.
I played it twice. I played in the Japanese version when it came out originally. I didn't beat it, but I got like halfway through it, and then I was like, alright, I'm gonna wait till the English version. Then when the English version came out on PS4, I like, honestly, like, I love the story so much that I just wanted the gameplay to end, and I just wanted to continue the story, so I was rushing through the gameplay as fast as I could just to get back to the story, because it was so good.
From what I could tell, like, because I only played the beginning bit of it, the art style alone was like enough to keep me trying to play it a little bit. I've been super busy, so I haven't gotten around to playing it, but like I see what you guys are saying with the combat. It does seem interesting and like different, but the art style, like, that's a whole other thing. That's like a whole league of its own when it comes to art style. Like, I don't think there's a game that's quite as good, like, art style wise with that, which I really love about it. But
yeah, Vanillaware is like its own breed at this point.
Vanillaware's art style is so good. I love Muramasa's art style as well. Muramasa Rebirth's so good as well.
Yeah, the artwork is beautiful. And all those games have really beautiful artwork. If you haven't played any of them, definitely encourage you to check them out.
mm-hmm.
And one of the other cool things about 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim was that Shop Atlas actually released a full line for the series. And the coolest thing, in my opinion, was the neon sign light, but I don't think it's available for purchase anymore, unfortunately.
I wanted the
really?
fluffy jumper, but that shipping price on Shop Atlas to Australia just costs too much to buy anything on that site, so I
Also,
haven't
the
bought it.
blanket is cute. Like, I want a 13 Sentinels blankie.
Yeah, the blanket's cool. I bought the cup. The 13 I like to collect mugs. So I bought the mug and the BJ t-shirt.
Ooh, I like that one too. It's cute.
Yeah.
The one where it's like shows like he looks like a graph or
Yeah,
something.
it's like a blueprint of it. It's pretty cool. I like that.
Okay. And another thing about that game in specific too is the fact that they re-released, when we were talking about it at least. I'm gonna restart this. Fuck. One of the other cool things about 13 Sentinels is that it had really awesome PS4 themes, honestly probably some of the greatest, and they're coming back, only 2 of them, for a short time, in a special PS4 package being sold specifically in Japan. So, if you're interested in that kind of thing, it's up for pre-order now.
Oh, God, when you added me with the link, I mean, like, I was like, I instantly pre-ordered it. I was like, yep, I need those themes. They're so good.
I was like, you're the only person I think that would actually do it, so I was like, I'll send it to you. I really wanted the chibi one. That would be the theme that probably would have done it for me, but I'm too poor right now to afford that.
Yeah, same. I was like, I like them. And
that was the Amazon one, right? The chibi one? Amazon or pre-order one?
I think it was locked behind something, but it was so good. I was like, I love it. It's so cute. Why can't I have it?
I hate that Japan does that with themes. Literally every game, they always lock a theme behind some
they
like
always
weird
do.
sturgis
That's so
or
dumb.
something. It's annoying.
And then they're not even compatible with the PS5 anymore. That's what really makes me upset.
I wish the Switch had themes. Like, we just got sorting. Like, you can sort your games into folders and stuff. I really wish they would have brought themes along then. Like, I think a lot of people expected themes next.
I
Hopefully
expected
they do.
themes.
The Switch UI is the most depressing thing I've ever seen. It's been like, what, 4 years and nothing's been updated.
Remember when they
Dude,
turned
so boring.
Bluetooth on? Randomly, they were like, oh yeah, we have this feature, and they just put it on a random update. It was like, it was always there. We just couldn't use it. The Bluetooth feature.
I guess I never would use a Bluetooth, but like I understand people having like wireless like headsets and shit. Like, yeah,
Me.
understandable. Yeah, especially if you're like
It's-
on a bus or something, you know.
Yeah, it's so nice to have that feature, and they just randomly locked it. So that's what I assume themes are, or it's probably locked behind something. Or at least let us make our, like, they could have made something with Nintendo rewards where they made it so you could create your own themes or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many options available to
Just
them.
let us take a screenshot and put it as the background or something.
Oh
Yeah,
god,
true.
So many bad things happening.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it has internet capabilities. Like, let us change it like a Windows wallpaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why not? I don't know. Hopefully, we'll get it soon.
And the final thing about 13 Sentinels is I made a challenge for everyone, so if you're interested in participating in a challenge or doing it, it's called the 13 Stars Challenge, and it basically just features all the media references. And I guess the goal was to see how many people have seen. So far, nobody has come even slightly close to me, so I would love to see some more entries there. I mean, there's like 20 people that put them out, so I appreciate you guys, and yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it and I'll tag you in it, or I'll do that
Let's
hashtag.
go.
I think I've probably seen maybe like 20 of these things, or probably around that. I recognize a lot of the stuff that you mentioned on your video, so.
I knew almost nothing in the video. It was like really informative for me since I'm like, you know, not really like into like movies and stuff like that, and like old. Like I don't really watch too many movies.
I highly recommend some of them. If you want, I can send you my behind the scenes talk about it too.
Oh yeah, I'd like that.
And so the final two things we're going to talk about are more Persona based, but the last thing is just Atlas in general. If you guys didn't know, Persona came out with mouthwash, and it actually was sold overseas.
I thought it wasn't allowed to be sold overseas.
No,
it had alcohol in it.
I think people used a proxy and still got it, although some people got the wrong packages first.
So I saw Panhime and
Yeah,
she got like some motorbike helmet case or something. I was laughing. That was
It
so
was
funny.
it was a motorcycle holster that goes around the like, I don't know, the tank of the motorcycle.
Did she need the mouthwash that bad?
She got it.
Yeah, but why do you need it?
It's funny. I would do it. You could literally make in a whole video like taste testing the Persona mouthwash. Which one tastes the best?
Yeah.
Is this how we are at this point where Atlas has sucked us so dry of content?
We're making content on the
mouthwash. We get a Persona game every 10 years, so we just gotta wait that long.
We just gotta wait till they're done with this mouthwash line, and then they'll come out with
I mean, I can't blame someone for being on the grind, I guess, you know? I can't blame them. There's not a lot out there, so... Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
think
blame
it would
them.
be a fun video.
I think the problem with the mouthwash thing was the timing. It was around the next announcement for the 25th anniversary. Like literally, like it was almost the end of the month, and people were just waiting for news and everything. And then this thing suddenly leaks about this mouthwash and everything, and people were just livid about it. I guess a lot of people expected this to be the announcement. So a lot of it. I mean, granted, they still announced this. They announced the mouthwash along with the concert. That was one of the collaboration announcements. They did. It's in the trailer. Yeah. So like, I mean, they weren't wrong.
Didn't they announce the mouthwash before though? Like, I think it leaked, and then a day later, the official mouthwash Twitter account for the Persona 1 campaign.
I guess they figured they would just show it, but I mean, like in the actual 25th anniversary trailer, they showcased that they officially, I guess, announced it.
Yeah, it's around where like they go through their merch and stuff. They put the mouthwash, I think, first, so it's like
yeah,
right in the middle of the video. Yeah,
it's just funny. I didn't think it was like a big deal or anything. I figured they do this stuff with everything. I don't know. Like I've been to Japan, so like I know they do it with everything. Like they literally sell like Dragon Ball soda and like Sailor Moon chopsticks and like literally everything. It's like anime related. To them, that's merch, and that's merch that a lot of people like, at least in Japan, which is like the target market. So I know maybe some other people look at it like in a weird thing, but honestly, it's super common. Like I don't think it's a big thing or anything.
Yeah, they do it with anime so much, so they like tied in with anime so much, mainly to sell manga of the anime.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like they do it all the time. So I don't know. Maybe like Western look at it like oh man, that's weird or whatever. But yeah, it's super common. I don't think it's a big thing. If anything, I wish that I was like able to like buy this mouthwash. I will buy it. Why not? It was not expensive, except for like the shipping and all that. That's why I didn't buy it. I was like,
I would have bought it, but Amazon Japan doesn't ship to Australia anymore, so I can't buy it. I couldn't buy it.
oh man, yeah.
Why don't they? What happened?
I think a few years ago they straight up just stopped. I think it was after Persona 5 Dancing and Persona 3 Dancing came out. I think it was like a month after that came out. They just stopped shipping everything to Australia for some reason. I don't even think they like put an actual reason. They just randomly stopped. It's stupid.
Interesting.
Weird. What the heck? Like the Australians? There's no weebs there. There's none.
Yeah, there's only like 10 people who live here apparently.
There's only spiders and snakes there. They're not weebs. They don't need anything. You know? I don't know. That's weird. That makes no sense.
Yeah, a lot of things make no sense in Japan.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, one of the things that really surprised me from Persona lately was the Times West announcement, because I didn't expect West to get any sort of acknowledgement through the events at all. I don't think any of us saw that coming, really.
Yeah.
Was that part of the
glad.
survey? Was
Persona
like us
25
getting
Times? I don't
no.
think so.
No, us getting like a Western thing just for us. Was that in there? I didn't take it yet. I need
No,
to.
it was
I
not a
think so.
thing. It was
It
not
was just
something they
covering
mentioned
games.
that.
So this was just on their own. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was probably looking at the feedback. They probably were like, "Yo, we need to do something over here," because people are pretty pissed. And because they did have their investors meeting, like literally the day that they dropped the survey, which we're gonna talk about later on, they also had the investors meeting, and I'm sure that came up at some point. Because I mean, Alos may play blind, but Sega doesn't, because they look at that stuff.
Sega plays with money.
Yeah, Sega cares about the money, so they were probably the ones behind that. If I'm gonna guess, they probably care more than Atlas does.
Yeah, and I'm sure they see a lot of because I feel like in a lot of these announcements of things, wasn't like one of the last trailers. I can't remember for what it was. It was like super disliked. There was a ton of bad comments on it, and it was just like all Western fans.
Yeah,
so
it was the third. That was the third one. The one that literally had like more dislikes than likes and stuff.
I'm sure that had something to do with it.
It was all the people that literally knew nothing about Super Live. They're all just saying, "Oh, there's going to be no games, there's going to be nothing." But literally, Super Live is the massive thing that literally has game announcements every time. So.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, which we can stream now, which is nice. I like that. I've actually considered buying tickets for that and like watching it.
Yeah.
Like I think me and Kiro have talked about it, but like it's super early in the morning. It's like 4 a.m. or something.
Yeah, it's like 4 a.m. our time, so I don't know. I'm gonna be sleeping. Although I probably will wake up around that time to do content. You know, like if new trailers come up or something, I'll do like a reaction video or something. But as far as like staying up at 4 in the morning for like a concert, it gotta be like my favorite band in the entire world.
Sounds pretty good.
It's pretty good, but it's not my favorite band in the world.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, not for the money. It's $50 per day. A lot of people were thinking that it was gonna be $50 for like the 2 days. No, it's per day.
I shelled out for Atlas for that one. I bought both the tickets.
You bought tickets?
Yeah, I got both of them. Yeah, day one and day two.
Wow.
I think I really might.
Yeah,
it's on a weekend. I mean,
I bought it, and I bought them, and I was having immense regret. I was like, "Why did I buy this?" But like, it's whatever. I mean, I get to watch it now, so.
I mean,
There
if
you
something
go, yeah.
does get announced, you're gonna be like among the first to ever see it. So, yeah.
Did any of you do the survey out of curiosity?
Yeah. Actually, I didn't even finish the whole thing. I got like halfway through it, and I was like, this is just going on forever.
I did. I did it for my video. So originally I was gonna stream it. I typically stream myself like doing the survey and everything. But I don't know. At this time, like I went through it. I was like, you know what? I can't really do a video about this. And then make another video talking about the same thing like next day or something. So I just made a video talking about like my opinions about it and everything. It was a long survey, like you guys said, like extremely long. But I think this is the first time they done a survey in the U.S. at the same time as in Japan, and that gave me at least some confidence that they are looking for our feedback.
Didn't this one go directly to Japan? It wasn't for West, right? It wasn't for just like Atlas West.
Right, it was on the Japanese YouTube channel.
Yeah, they uploaded 2 videos. They uploaded a Japanese one, and then they uploaded one in English as well on the same channel.
That was
That's
shocking.
good.
That actually shocked me. But so honestly, I mean, I think good for that. I actually want to give them props for that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully
Hopefully
it's
that.
with more direct feedback then, right? Hopefully it's not just like them trying to just look like they're trying to appease us. Hopefully this like really does have an impact. So I didn't do the survey yet. I kept meaning to do it, but just got busy and didn't do it. But
Yeah, that was around the time that you started your new job, so it makes sense.
yeah.
At least Japan has been pretty good with this stuff. Like, even in the last few months as well, they've been pretty good. They've been English subbing all of their videos, which is really nice as well.
Dude, yeah, you're right. They've been doing that. In the fact that they've been actually translating their games in other languages too.
Yeah.
Like that all of that stuff is new. I think it's just because it's a Japanese company and people don't get. Japanese companies take a long time for changes, like really long time. I used to work for Honda, and every time that they had to do like a change in my office, they had to communicate with their main office, which is in Japan, to like every single time that they had to do something. So I'm pretty sure the same thing with Atlas, and of course they had to report to Sega, so they had to go from one head to the next one until they get something. So it just takes time. I think it's just whatever changes they're gonna do, it's just gonna take a while, but I think they're doing better than before. I've been a fan for a long time, and I've seen their at their worst. So I don't know. I'm a little bit confident with that. It's just a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, at least they're making progress of some kind to try and do stuff. I mean, and having the Times West, I mean, that's progress too. I know a lot of the stuff people didn't necessarily like in it, but the fact that we got something is nice. It's kind of like the Persona Arena Ultimax. People got mad that that was the game we got, but it's like, we got something, we could have got nothing. So at least the West has their own thing too going along with it. Yeah, so like, what do you guys feel about exactly what was in the West? Like, I know it seemed like a lot of stuff was just for here in America, but we got some merchant stuff. Like, the record player was kind of interesting because there's a bunch of vinyls that they've had come out, and I believe the deluxe set is still available right now. But they have a vinyl player, some shirts, but they showed off some hoodies, like prototype hoodies. Those hoodies look super sick. I don't know if you guys seen them, but like it shows the characters from each game. It's so
it's the insert coin ones. I think you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude,
they
those
look good.
Sick. The t-shirts are kind of but the hoodies, I want a hoodie, dude.
But yeah.
Insert Coin does a really good job with their merch. I like their merch. I actually have a Persona 5 shirt from Insert Coin.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one of them. I may get that Persona 3 one. They also had one that is just it's not like a hoodie, it's like a jacket, and it has like all the school uniform emblems. Yeah, I like that one too. It looks like a warm jacket, so I want to get that one. And the teddy socks. We cannot talk about the teddy socks.
No.
To be fair, I have the teddy socks though. I have the teddy socks already.
Bro.
Yeah, you got them promo, right? You got them from
I got them from a PR box. Yeah, so I already have them technically.
I was in the Discord server. I was like, nobody should. I was like, if anybody has those teddy socks, they're not right. Kira post a picture.
I'm gonna buy them. I am gonna buy those socks. I want them so bad. So the events itself are not bad, except that everything is in Anime Expo. I mean, that's fine. It's in California, and it makes sense because Anime Expo is the biggest anime convention in America. so it makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Go ahead, Slime. You were gonna say something.
Them re-showing the concert info was pretty good because we got more info. Like, so they said that there's going to be songs that were never performed live before in the concert as well. That they didn't. That they did. They never showed that in the Japanese one. So yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they at least gave us some information here. So it felt like they'd really tried to appease the West in some kind of way. Although I will say that $500 record player,
bruh, 500.
It's also limited to 500 copies, and the other thing about that, the thing that concerned me is, like, as someone who is a record collector, who, like, knows a little bit about it, they didn't mention anywhere if the needle was plastic or not, and that's what concerns me.
Oh,
because they make.
I can send it to you. I know what model it is. I know what U-turn model it is.
Kiro, he sent it. It's $400 normally, right? All the Persona stuff is so you're paying for the spray paint on it. Basically, the paint that's on it is $100.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they did. I mean, which is, I get it, but damn.
The thing is, though, you got to remember with the needles is if it is plastic, which has happened, it will scratch the records that you play. So this is why I was trying to figure out if it was actually good quality or not. It probably is, but it never mentioned in the listing, so I was like, that's kind of not a good thing.
I'd hope it'd be metal. I mean, if it's $400 without all the stuff, like just the normal one, you'd assume it'd be metal. But you
gotta think about this though. People use those Crosleys all the time, those record players. Even Crosleys use plastic for their needles. So you can't really always trust it, even if they're like $200. Sometimes they do it just to be cheap.
Yeah, she's right. Yeah, that happens.
And that's people.
I'm not saying it don't. I just you'd hope they wouldn't choose to make one, or you like hope Persona would not choose one that's like shit. That's what I was saying. Like, hopefully they don't. I don't know.
We'll have to see if someone unboxes it and like does a close up. That's the only way you'd know. They'd have to physically get it unless they update the listing. But that's the one thing I looked for because I was like, that's the most important factor. Because if you're playing your Persona like records on this record player and it scratches them, like it's over at that point. They're not really worth anything.
Limited edition Persona 5 4LP down the drain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, especially if you paid $100, $200, or even the deluxe set, you just be careful with your records because people don't even think about that sort of thing. But it's a huge issue. That's also why I don't play my records all the time. I mean, I have like a record player from the 80s with a real needle, so I'm good. But the Persona ones are too cool to unbox.
Yeah, I wouldn't even play them. I have an older record player and a newer one. I just play stuff on the new one, but like, I wouldn't play any of that stuff either. Anything that's old, I don't play.
I was really tempted to buy the Persona on. I don't know. I still may since it's in stock, but yeah, I don't know.
They claimed it was limited edition, get copies before they sell out, and then they never sold out of any of them except the Royal Bundle, which is so funny to me because like. Everyone was freaking out about how they were going to be able to afford like the box set or get all the records they want, and then just kidding, they're not actually that limited.
I think there was a Persona 5 6 LP one that was out a few years ago that sold out and never came back. I can't remember. I saw a listing on eBay and it was like really expensive.
So I double checked for you guys because I want to actually get an answer for that. So the needle that is being used is a Orthophon OM5E. It's a metal needle.
Let's go!
I figured.
Good.
I think I've seen that same record player. Like, you know the anime man, right, Kira? I think he has that same one.
Just without the...
not the Persona stuff, just the regular one. So I think that is a really good
that's
player.
actually what makes it $400. Because the needle itself is like $100.
Yeah, I'm pretty
sure.
Can you
imagine buying a replacement needle? Oh, girl! Oh lord!
Yeah.
Hopefully, it comes with one. A lot of records players I've seen come with one extra.
Yeah,
We'll see.
it depends.
Yeah, probably not this one.
Not the
I don't know.
$500 one,
What's up?
but
If it's quality, and they would be nice, toss an extra needle, bruh. I don't know.
well, see, that's how they get you, is with the, you know, you use your records, so then you have to replace it and spend money on a replacement part.
You're right. That's. I
Or
mean,
they're
it's part of
just
the business,
nice
I
and
guess.
throw another one. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to replace it anyway, at some point.
All right, and I guess our last topic for today was regarding the remaster Sega plans.
Yeah, because we got confirmations of Sega finally acknowledging that we want remasters and ports very badly, and they said that they're doing so.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you guys think is coming?
Wait, they said something about this?
Yeah, they.
Yeah, it was confirmed.
Yeah,
When?
they did the Sega investors meeting, and they talked about that they are looking to bring IPs from the
I
past.
think it was
Thanks.
last week?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
IPs.
it was during the time that they did the survey, around that time.
Haven't they said this before though?
Yeah, but they have done it. I mean, look at
SMT
Shin Megami
Nocturne.
Tensei Nocturne, and then Persona 4 Golden and Persona 4 Arena. They are doing it. They just don't drop everything all at once.
Yeah, it's like pretty slow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm really hoping for a Persona collection at least some point in this anniversary. Even if it's like really late, I hope they do one with like 1, 2, Eternal Punishment, Innocent Sin, and 3. Like just bundle them all together in some like bundle, I guess. Just remaster them.
Yeah.
Release them PS4, Switch, PC. For me, I know people want a remake for Persona 3, but I personally do not think it needs a remake at all. I think just put all of the Persona 3 portable like enhancements, like improvements into like FES, like controllable party members, stuff like that, and then just, you know, just leave it at that and then just bundle them all together.
yeah. You just call it a remaster, but it's really just like putting the stuff together.
Yeah.
I play that too. I think P3 and like at the least is what we should have, you know, because that's like the trilogy, right? 3, 4, and 5. Like the other 3 are kind of like somewhat their own thing, I guess. Kind of not, kind of are.
I think we'll get 3 at some point. I think I remember when Golden got leaked, there was also Persona 3 on the Steam database as well, but
Yeah.
nothing ever came out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe eventually. I really hope that that's the next remaster, or like at least port that they release and everything.
I hope so too.
It'll be cool if it's released everywhere, not just on Steam though. Because
Yeah.
I have the Steam Deck and I can play it, but I know some people would like to have it on PlayStation or a Switch.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I still want to play it on the PS3, man. Like, I have it on my PS3, but it's just I don't feel like getting my PS3 out to play P3 all the time. It's kind of bad.
Yeah,
It's kinda
is that where you dropped it?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I loved the story. Everything was great. I streamed. I have one episode of it up still. I couldn't continue it. I just didn't really want to set up the Elgato to the PS3 every time and hook everything up, and then I have to unplug everything and plug it back to my PS4 and stuff. I just didn't feel like doing that every time. But the bit I played was great. But at least a port would be nice. Just port all the old stuff, if at the least. Like necessarily, like if they can't do a remaster by like touching on the graphics or changing a couple mechanics or something, at least just porting them would be nice. I would at least be happy with that.
I also think something may happen with the new PlayStation Plus Premium thing. I feel like they could probably put something on there.
Absolutely, that's what I was hoping. That's what, like, when they talked about all that stuff, I was like, if they put old Mega 10 stuff on there, that is like every Mega 10 creator's dream. You know what I mean? To be able to play all that stuff easy. Stream it and everything.
Yeah, I think it will be good. I personally would just like new games, but I'm okay with. I feel like if I want remasters or ports, it will be like the really old SMT games that never came out in America. Like SMT1 or SMT2, you know, like get like a full translation and you can play on the Switch or whatever. That would be cool too.
What do you want, Gab? What do you think?
Well, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I'd just be happy to get anything at this point. I want ports, obviously, of like the older games. Like, I'd love to see Persona 1 all the way up to 2 and all the like spin-offs and stuff. Because I don't really have a way to play them other than emulation. I think that'd be really nice. I'm not sure how I'd feel if they straight up did a remake or a remaster. But I'd be interested to see what they would do with it, I guess.
If they did remake a 1, that'd be kind of sick. Just maybe port the rest, make a remake of 1 to see how it does. That'd be interesting. You know?
I wonder what they'd do if they did remake the older games like Persona 1 and 2. Like, I wonder how they would actually do it. Would they add new stuff? Would they leave it as is, etc.?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I wonder what they will do for that. But I wonder also how people will react, because there's a lot of people that don't like the new Persona games or something. But also on the other hand, like, it's really hard personally. And I played all Persona games, but it's hard to go from Persona 5 to try to play Persona 1. It's just like a very different kind of game. So if they do it, I will be okay with it. Like, I'm personally, like, I like the games, but I'm not attached to the point where I'll be like, oh man, I would hate it if they made like a crazy remaster or a remake like that.
What would be cool is like if they take that old style and somehow just make it a little more modern, but like let people know like this is kind of still a classic dungeon crawler JRPG, but like it still plays like a little bit easier. Like maybe like save points and stuff like that is more like a modern Mega 10 game. Like mechanics like that, but like in terms of like fighting and stuff in the overworld, keeping that kind of the same. I don't know. They could kind of do something that's like somewhat modern, somewhat.
Just tone down that encounter rate, please.
Yeah, stuff like that. I could see a good middle road for it.
All right. Well, it looks like we're good to go here. Did you guys have any final thoughts regarding any of the stuff we talked about today?
No, I think it's it.
Not really, no. So good.
Join SMT and Friends Discord because we're super great.
Yes, join.
And don't forget to like and subscribe here on the channel. We try to make this once a month. I guess that's what we're doing right now. Keeping up with the news for that particular month and everything. So check it out. Check out everybody in the description of everybody that talked today, whether it's Twitter, YouTube, Discord, and yeah.